All right, hey everybody, I'm Skytrius, and I just opened up a Discord. If you haven't seen, it's pretty cool for Todool, and today I just kind of want to develop a little bit of Todool and show you kind of the current state of it. So why not? So here's Todool and kind of a little bit of early stuff I'm working on. And yeah, let's just kind of give a overview. So this is how you would start out with. And yeah, right now you can see a feature I've worked on. If you cannot actually move around, the cursor will turn red. So whenever something fails. But yeah, so you can open up the root tree. And here's your main environment, the Todool tree. And here you can actually add things and add and append children and so on and so forth. And you see I've built up quite a huge tree of stuff. Ignore the bottom bar at the moment. That's kind of what I've been working on. We have a profiler that's not very useful. You can expand it. It's not very useful though. Options. With that, you can change some of the tabulation settings and such. So if I would open up the Todool tree, you can see I want to change values here on the left. Or we can also drag around things. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, task offset. Or we load everything back. I also have a theme tree in here that we can also open up. And something I don't have right now is an option where you can load from previous ones. You just kind of write the name of it. So I have a white theme. If that doesn't hurt your eyes. I just stood up, so maybe that's better for me, but yeah. Oh yeah, if you see bugs right now, that's normal. I'm gonna go with black for now. Yeah, and essentially you can edit all these values in here. Those are just U8s. So. Or you can go on the color and you can then slide around like that. Oh, yeah. Cool, so that's a theming. It's very simple. Then I have a shortcut tree, which is very cool. So here on the shortcut calls tree, you have all the functions that exist right now in Todool, with a few new ones for searching. And basically how it works is you have a normal tree and a search tree right now. So I changed the search yesterday, so when you go in here, oh Jesus, whoops. So when you search it, it's actually tree dependent on where you are right now. So this will look for, oh, is it broken? Hopefully not. Okay, seems like it. Fuck. Let's try that again. So there we go. For some reason it broke. So the search is kind of dependent on the route that you are in. So if I would search for changelog, you wouldn't find it because it's not inside the done tree. But if I would search for cursor, we would find results. And basically how the shortcut system works is, so you have the normal tree. Here's just a preview of the combo that you just did. And the normal tree just shows you the normal movement that you have in the editor. So that's moving left, right, down, some of the down jumps, up, and then some of the view stuff that you can do, like Control V. Home, end, control home, and so yeah, pretty cool. And it kind of goes on and on, right? Oh, that's maybe cool. And the search tree is pretty much built up the same. It's just up, down, left, right, etc. Kind of what you do. And if we switch to the search mode, it will actually just do that. It's going to switch to this tree instead of this. And it's just gonna kind of do the same stuff. But you see, it kind of doesn't work with multiple trees, or with multiple views. Or it does, I don't know. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of the current state of Todool with a few bugs. Yeah, so usually the way I would do things or work in here is I just have a new tree that I just kind of push my ideas into. And then once I'm done with them, you can actually see I have a cut tree in here. Oh, it doesn't open that anyway, since it doesn't have any children, but I can actually cut into that tree and it will expand in here. And essentially you can paste it kind of like that, right? Cut, go into like the changelog and we can paste that if I've done anything new. And here I've fixed a few bugs. I could take the whole bugs tree, push it in here, and then later on I could push everything into the done tree, and so on. So that's basically how it works. Yeah, cool. All right, and today I just kind of want to work on a few things. Yesterday I worked on the rework the search, and today I started working on the time stuff that you see at the bottom. Just whenever you go over a task, it's going to show you the date of creation in kind of German formatting, modified date, and the time you've spent on, which you actually have to press a record thing. So maybe we'll do that. I don't think that's really going to be interesting, but we'll see. Something I wanted to work on is maybe the subnode stuff. In the to-do tree right now, it's mostly raw text, which is not very interesting, but we could think about these things. So I was thinking about making a task pointer node, which you could just kind of insert in here. And then through some movement, you could point to a task, and then, I don't know, it would show that. And then you could jump to the task if you want. So why don't we try that? I think that's new. That's something we could try out. Okay. All right, so yesterday I worked on the time stuff. Let's just kind of disable that. All right, now it's not bugging me anymore. Okay. So, here's a save file if you haven't seen it yet. Yeah, let's open up the save file and the program. So essentially it's built up, here's everything in the to-do tree is being saved. So like the selection and such, that's being saved as well. You also have a marker that you can jump back to and from. Oh, that's a bug. But essentially, wait a second. Okay. So what you see here in the beginning, the first number is the indentation. So in the new tree, that would be 0. Then anything inside of that new tree would be 1. And if anything has a child as well, like the safe tree, that will go to indentation 2. So that's pretty cool. We can just, it's pretty much like a scope. And when you reload, you pretty much just create scopes based on that indentation. Then in here, we have the state of things. So you see the first 2 things below new are actually bluish for done. And 1, yeah, so 1 for done, and then 2 for not being completed. And then we have some date being saved, so the stuff that you've seen at the bottom. Then the duration spent. It seems like we still have some of that saved. But today we want to do something different. I want to save stuff other than raw text in here. And it could be pretty bad what we do today. But yeah, let's just kind of do that. Cool. So want to work on the task pointer today. So the way I think about it, so here's all the types that we have. Maybe I should comment these. So here I kind of split up things into S8. That's a collection of strings, not just a normal string, but a collection of strings. So actually don't know if this still works. Kind of want to show that off for now. Okay, let's see. That doesn't really seem to work. Okay. Come on. Oh, it did. Okay. It's just barely visible. So basically, you see there's an underline underneath every word now. Maybe we go to done. So basically every word is connected in Todool right now. Not sure if it's good or bad, but essentially every word is connected, so you could, when holding shift instead of writing uppercase, you just edit the word. And you can kind of multi-edit the thing or not, right? Depending on what you want. And yeah, that's kind of it almost. So that's kind of what the string collection does. It instead of adding a new string, it's just gonna count up the word count and point to something. That's basically it. I think this was correct. Yeah, cool. So, that's basically what an S8 is in here. It's not a regular string. And it makes searching easier as well, or like auto-completion. I think I still have that in, do I? So when we write node, we can actually autocomplete to all the words that start with N, and then it will just search for the nearest results. Pretty cool. What else? Oh yeah, so the sub, so that's basically sub S8, and subtext is just, I mean, you see it here, pointer to S8, and then this is just a regular string. It says uneditable, but really you can just replace the text. Toggle, we're not really using that anymore. Value, editable color, I guess. Yep. Slider. Yeah, the slider doesn't really manipulate anything. It has a value. Interesting. I'm not even sure how this works anymore. Anyway, I don't really care. But basically, these are the types of nodes I have right now, and I just want to add a pointer to a task. Okay, let's do that. I think that should be it almost. And then it's just really about the interaction and setting this that we'll have to focus on. So we want to be able to add a task in here. How would we do that? I think maybe control 1 could be something. Okay, so first up we have to add the sub task pointer to how we actually draw these. So something I like to do is just temporarily draw the thing. Here's the layout code where you basically have to say how big is the thing gonna be. We can just kind of give a static size for now. Okay, and now we just need a way to add that. So I'm thinking we just create a new shortcut here. Add task pointer. So that's an enum. Now we just have to actually add this. So each function has to return a Boolean. This is the way I do the cursor turning red. So if any of the key commands fail, like this one, you cannot fold this open if it doesn't have any children, so it will turn red. So you know you did something wrong. Or when moving to the left too much, it will stop and notify you. So I think with this you can not really do too much wrong. Besides, if it's disabled, yeah, sure. So we'll get the selected view, and we'll look if view. That's also. Let's get the current task that we're over. Let's look if it's not disabled. I also have a call which is like in Todool or whatever. Yeah, maybe we should do this so that we only allow this keyboard shortcut to work in here. Yeah, let's do that. Not the most efficient, but good for now. And basically we want to add this in the current location. So if we would press it here, yeah. So how would we do this? Man, I haven't worked with subnodes in a long time. Do we have like a sub add? Jesus. Task set, subset, task insert. Yeah, kind of like this. Insert right. I guess this is kind of what I want. We can try that out. So basically, I think you have to say which task you want to do this in. Then the place that you want to start from the left, I guess. Yeah, let's just do this. And then the place you want to insert in between, I believe. So this is not going to work very nicely, but let's just see. Insert right sub. Is this really what I want? No, we have to say which sub we actually want to insert. And basically the way this works is we do this. Let's see. Sub init. Not really. Since we want to say exactly where it should be pointed in, sub init won't really work. But yeah, you see it uses insert right sub as well. So that's correct. We'll have to say which data type is going to be. It was sub task pointer with nil. So that's what we want to work on next. Or not really. Okay, subdata, blah, blah. I think we want to insert this. Okay, and we still have to say which keyboard shortcut it should have. Let's quickly add it, Control +1. Okay. Ah, there we go. So that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, man. And we can move to it, but it's not text, so we cannot edit it. And you see if I press enter, it turns red as well, so it doesn't know what to do there. Okay, is this correct though? I guess I want to add it to the left, really. Let's see if we can do that. Ooh. I don't think that's gonna work. It's gonna break stuff, I think. Let's see. Can we do this? Nope. It's not good enough for that. Insert right sub. Why do I not have like a insert left sub? Anyway. Let's worry about that later. Let's just do the implementation. Oh, this should return true if it succeeded. Okay, and now let's just do the action. So if we press enter on this and it doesn't, and if it's nil, let's do something. In draw sub task pointer. Let's say if the data task is nil, let's make it red, otherwise green. So now if we actually insert something in there, it should turn green. And my idea is just to make, how should we do this? Okay. How long are we? Half an hour. Still good? So I'm not sure if I want to make its own key map for this, because a lot of the movement is still similar. I think what I'm just going to change is I'm going to disallow input, so you can still move around as normal, but you cannot like enter anything or like press space or whatever. I guess that as well. Yeah. Let's do that. Ignore input. Maybe that's it. No, not really. Do we actually use this? Huh. Seems like for one thing, but it's never actually being used, so ignore input faults. I think I used this for something with the input. Let's just let's use this for something actual. So let's just say if ignore input, let's return. Sure. Cool. So now we have to see node enter. So here's what happens if you press enter. For example, on the profiler, if you press enter, the sub-profiler line will expand. And if you press enter again, it's gonna de-expand. So now we just have to say case sub task pointer. Let's return true. And let's set ignore input to true. And now, so if we do that, so now we can write. If we press enter, we cannot write anymore. Cool. And I guess we could say if ignore input is true, we'll do something else if we press, well, that doesn't really make sense. So we want, if you, it's stupid, but it could actually work. Okay. It's really, really weird, I know, but I think this should work. I'll explain it in a bit. Let me see. Okay, so now we have to decide which one, and now it turned green. Cool. And now we can start writing again. Okay. And now I want to say data task is nil. Let's call this pointer. I don't know. So if it's nil, we want that interaction to work or start happening. And else we want to jump to that. Data task subhead, maybe something like that. So, okay, we'll now tell it. Ooh, whoops! I don't want to jump to the same location. So, okay. And now if we press enter, we jump to that. That's cool. Okay, that's pretty fucking cool. It's kind of hard to see the connection between these two, so maybe we're gonna work. Just quickly try something out. Let's maybe draw a line. This stuff is based on scope, so I just put a scope in here, and that should work. How should we do this? Okay, so we basically want to make a line from that point to the location. We have to see if the data task is actually being drawn or not. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. And also, this subnode that we draw right now should also be drawn. But if we're already in the draw function for it, I think it's clear that we actually draw it. So let's call this x1, y1. And the next thing should be task rect. I would say let's move to the start of the thing actually. Minus a few. I think that could look cool. All right, so we do this, we add something, and now it should draw. But it doesn't. Okay, that's weird. Why does it not draw? Oh, you know what? I think we don't know if it's being drawn because we reset it. So that's kind of fucked up. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, that's what I mean with the sub not being drawn. It's very barely visible. There we go. Not very useful, I know, but at least you know where you're gonna jump. Kind of sucks. Yeah. But hey, at least now we kind of have that functionality. Could make the mouse jump to it as well. Not really sure if that's necessary. Interesting. So you see how easy that is to implement? Now we just have to make it good. And maybe it should be more visible that you actually are kind of like ignoring input. Kind of the same way the bar happens if you press search. Like if you're inside here and you're re-editing. Oh yeah, we also would need a way to re-edit the thing. Oh, that's interesting. Or you could just delete it. Yeah, I guess. That's interesting. We could also we could also draw something else, the text of the pointer. Man, I hate this. I know this is bad. Don't judge me. Let's just kind of see how that would work. Okay, so I don't know if that's very useful though. I mean, it's a pointer of the thing. Is that really necessary though? Weird. Let's just kind of make this look better. So I get a feel for it once it actually looks better and such. So that's kind of how I usually code. I have to make it good in the first few minutes, otherwise I won't like it, that kind of way. So here we get the width of the text, and then we just move by that through to, let's see. So it should be centered now, or not. I guess minus plus F4 width halved. I think I wanted that. There we go. I don't know. It's tough. Now you don't even see the thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. By the way, if we add that, it's also selected. Why not? I think the line is just really how you would connect it visually. I mean, is this better? Oh yeah, I sure know where this is gonna lead me. I don't know. Okay, so let's make this link to this. You don't really get any feedback, that's shitty. Let's also do yeah, so in case if it's really far away, it now auto scrolls. So if we would do it here and we're somewhere far away, it would auto scroll. Okay. Let's see how an underline would look. I mean, see, the thing is, like, we cannot really do a lot there. Oh, this is a line. Okay, Jesus Christ, that looks shitty. Wow. Let's just make these separate. Or maybe okay, let's see how that looks. Why does that not work? Did we disable that? Ah, Jesus Christ. Task remove sub. We should remove things over pressing Control. Does that make sense? I don't know. Let's focus on the actual thing. So do this, do this. It's going to be underlined. Is that more helpful? Oh God. Okay. The thing is, I don't know if that's kind of what I want. Interesting. I think I'm just going to leave it there for now. Let's make something so you know that you're editing a task pointer. And maybe we have a special color for the task pointer, just so you can kind of distinguish that. Let's see. Let's allow, maybe not, I don't know. Tough, tough, tough. Okay, 50 minutes. Finishing line, guys. So we use a lot of red here. Let's honestly just use UI theme. What was it? Task pointer edit. Okay, let's see. I'd say we have like highlight, draw view highlight. Like if you do splits, the highlight at the top, that happens here, and then the search highlight as well happens based on that. Doesn't really look that great, but essentially it's in here. If you, how should we do this? So just a stroke outline, and we're gonna take the task pointer edit color, and we're just gonna make our own rectangle, or wait, rect, view rect. Okay, so now let's see, we do that, we see your editing thing, and now you just instantly jump to it, and we could make another thing, so we can actually edit the thing. Maybe that's not really what we have so far. Enter child here. So this is happening if you press Control Enter. And you see, what do we actually do? I think we just insert one as a child in here. And I guess what we could do, if this is a sub-task pointer, we could say exactly what happened here. Wait. That it just always does that. So we do this, okay. If you press enter normally, we jump to it. Control enter, we'll be able to edit again. Okay. If that makes any sense. Okay, no, we didn't get really far today, but yeah, but we did get this done. Oh, well, see, this is a problem if you do stuff like that. It doesn't change the color. Something we can try is doing the saving now, which is probably the toughest part. So if we press save, this is not being saved, obviously. It's kind of an empty thing, I guess. Let's actually see how it looks. Sub task pointer, and it's just empty. Okay. So the way I think I want to do this, probably this way. Then a number for the thing that, like an enum number for the type of thing that we actually want to do. So it might be 0 for a subtask pointer. And then we just have the data in this case. It might be 2 numbers, yeah. So we have to think about the indentation stuff in here. So this is not a pointer to a subnode anymore. It's a indentation or count of how many things are in here. So we would probably have like this something like that. I think that would be good. No variable names, so that's kind of the thing. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that. I know I haven't been talking that much in the end, but hopefully everyone join the Discord if you want. I also have a Handmade Hero page. I think, yeah. Here you can read a little bit about it. But yeah, join the Discord. I'll leave a link for it in the description. Check out my other videos if you haven't seen them yet. There's a bit here that I have. Networking preview that I did earlier. Wow, 4 months ago. Holy shit. And we have some other stuff. Cool.